In this video, we're going to go over how you set up your exponential growth or decay equation based on real-world scenario. So in this problem, you start a new social media account, and every day your followers are increasing by 10%. So because it's increasing by 10%, we know that this is going to be exponential growth. And we know what our rate is. It's increasing by 10% each day, so our rate is going to be 10%. You started with 500 followers, so we start with 0 days, and you started with 500 followers. So based on this, we can go ahead and fill out part of the exponential equation. So the general equation for exponential function is a times b to the x, where we know what a is. A is the original number of followers you had already, so that's 500 times b to the x. So the only thing we're missing is the b, and the b is the factor. So to find the factor for the exponential growth, you're going to add 100% to your rate. Because when you're growing, you're getting your original amount back, so that's 500 plus 10 more percent of that. So that's why for exponential growth, to find the factor, which is the b, you add 100% to your rate. So therefore, this is total of 110%, and to convert that to decimal, divided by 100, and that's going to give you 1.10. So to get the followers for the following days, you're multiplying by 1.10 each time. So after 1 day, 500 times 1.10 is going to give you 550 followers. And then after 2 days, you're going to have 605 followers. And then after the 3rd day, you're going to get 665.5 followers. So now we know what B is. B is 1.10. So here's the general equation that we can use to find out how many followers you have after 5 days. So we have 500 times 1.10 raised to the x. X is going to be 5 because we want to know after 5 days. So now you're going to type this in your calculator. So we have 500 times 1.10 raised to the 5th power is going to give you 1.61051, and multiply that by 500. So after 5 days, you're going to have total of approximately 805 followers. In this problem, we're given the value for a new car is $20,700, and the value of the car is going to depreciate, so that means it's going to go down by 11% each year. And we want to know what's the value of the car after 11 years. So because our value of the car is going to go down, so we know that this is going to be exponential decay. So we start with the original value of $20,700. So we are depreciating at 11% per year, so that's going to be our rate, decay rate, because it tells you how much you're decreasing each time in percent, which is 11%. And the general equation for exponential function is y equals to a times b to the x, where we know what a is. A is the original value of the car, which is $20,700, times b to the x. So b is what you multiply each time to get our next value. So we are losing 11% of $20,700, so that means we are keeping 89% of it. So to find out what factor is whenever you have exponential decay, you subtract 100% to your rate, which is 11%. So this tells you that you are still keeping 89% of the original amount. And to convert that to decimal, just divide this by 100. So your B, which is the factor, is going to be 0.89. So this tells you that you're multiplying by 0.89 each time in the table to get our next value. So 20,700 times 0.89 gives you $18,423. And to get a value for the following year, again, you're only keeping 89% of it because you're losing 11% of that value. So that's going to give you $16,396.47. And to get the value for the third year, again, you're only keeping 89% of it because you're losing 11%. So that's going to give you $14,592.86. So to find the value of the car after 11 years, since we have the general equation for this problem, we can simply substitute x with 11. So we have 20,700 times 0.89 raised to 11. So that's going to give us 20,700 times 0.89 raised to the 11th power is going to give you 0.2775, and then keep going. So keep that number in your calculator and multiply that by 20,700. So the value of the car after 11 years is going to be $5,744.61.